Let us start analyzing May 2022 question paper, sir. Accounting. Sir, already one or the other, you might have seen a question paper. Now, it's important to draw some important conclusions on this question paper, sir. Generally, when you will have confidence on attempting any subject, or while you are listening to classes also, sir, you will prepare, you are preparing our material, but you don't understand the value of material unless you start writing an exam. Now, weekends you may feel, sir, our institute only conducting the weekends, so thereby same questions will be given. But once you start writing public exams, and if you are able to observe that the same questions or at least similar questions are being given in public examination, definitely your confidence level will increase. So today, the purpose or the agenda itself is the same, sir. I would like to establish few conclusions. The first thing that I would like to establish today is about the importance of the materials. Now, we teach classes for maybe 7 months or 8 months. That is one part of the preparation, sir. After that 7 or 8 months, you using the material and starting preparation is another level, sir. That's another great activity. Now, unless you choose a proper material, you can never prepare well, sir. Selecting
Recording
a
in
proper
progress.
material for preparation is always important, sir. So thereby today's agenda, now we are going to get some good confidence, sir, how our material will be really useful. And I'll tell you what aspects we have taken into consideration while preparing our material. Now, day one itself, when we have given materials, we could have communicated. So this material is very important, really useful for examinations. But at that day, you cannot understand. You don't have any proof. Today, now already the 46th edition, sir, it was given to your previous batch students. Now they have written exam based on that material. Now today we'll observe if they prepare our material, now how they'll be able to attempt, then definitely your confidence level will increase. Is that clear, sir? So our agenda first thing is the importance of material, sir. How material will play a pivotal role or an important role for getting good marks in examination. Then let me tell you one more thing. The just preparing the questions as it is or practicing the same questions number of times alone doesn't serve the purpose, sir. For writing a examination in a proper manner, just practicing the questions 1 or 2 times doesn't serve the purpose, sir. While listening the classes also, you should have some conceptual clarity, sir. Now that I'll show throughout the question papers, you will understand. If you don't have that conceptual clarity, or if you don't observe, or if you don't listen to the classes well, 1 or 2 good strokes will be there, sir, throughout the question paper that you can observe. I'll establish the fact that really conceptual clarity is very, very important. And I would like to address, actually I don't want to tell all this, but still I would like to address about the online classes also at the same time, sir, because some students are listening from online also. How they are getting affected, I'll just explain through the question paper. Then next, you will be given something called as guest questions, sir. What is that? Our institute will always release for every examination guest questions, sir. Now, how many questions are being given from that guest questions? So that also I would like to communicate. And similarly, every weekend, maybe, or not just weekend, every 3 days once. Now you will start writing revision exams once you complete these classes. Once you complete listening to the classes, you will start writing revision exams also, sir. Now I am going to communicate how revision exams also will help in answering the examination well. So I would like to establish these 4 facts, sir. How if you have these 4 things well, it could help in the examination. This is the main agenda. Now anyway, let me start the discussion, sir. When we start the discussion question by question, I'll just establish these facts time and time again, which will increase your confidence and definitely makes you understand the importance of guest questions as well as revision exams. Shall we start, sir? Okay, right. Now, let me start. Straight away, I think you know, first question will always be based on what, sir? Standards, accounting standards. Now, anyway, let us move at the end, sir. First, let us start with normal chapters. Then we'll move to the accounting standards. First, question number 2A. So, this is question number 2A. So, it was given from the chapter hire purchase and installment sale transactions. Chapter name is hire purchase. Now, let me show you where this question was asked from. That means what is the source of this question, from where they have picked this question and answer. Just I would like to show you, sir. Now you could observe for each question we are just giving where it is present, sir. In other words, in ICAI material, study material, is it existing or not? In our study material, is it existing or not? So like that, every question I would like to demonstrate you now, so that your confidence will increase, sir. Now please observe. First we are starting with question number 2A. So hire purchase. Now it was there in our material 46th edition, CRD 6. I'll just immediately show you now itself, sir. Question number 6, hire purchase chapter. Now, so this was hire purchase chapter and this was question number 6. Let me just quickly compare now how this question was asked in the examination and what was there in our material. Now, this was the material, sir. This was the question paper. Now you could observe what are the 4 requirements asked in the question, sir? Agreed value of 2 bikes, maybe book value of the bike left, profit or loss to Mita on 2 bikes taken, profit or loss of bikes repossessed. Can you please observe what are the facts which were there in our material? Agreed value, book value of car, profit or loss to hire purchase, profit or loss of cars repossessed. The same 4 facts, sir. In fact, the same 4 points also, sir. Instead of 3 cars, here it is just 3 bikes, sir. Instead of 3 cars, it is just 3 bikes. In fact, not just that cars and bike difference. The big difference is, here the value is what, sir? 2 lakhs. Here the value is 1 lakh. Here they have spent 10,000. Here they have given 5,000. Now here 1 lakh 70. Here 85,000. So let me give you a fact that all the numbers are made half. No big changes are done, sir. All the numbers are made half. Sir, what about the rates, sir? 20%, 30%. Exactly same, sir. The rates also exactly same. 3 bikes only. When the second installment was not paid, only this was happened. Now I could say the question was taken as it is and it was made half and was given in the examination. Sir, have you understood what happened here? Just it was multiplied with half, sir. Now, just observe, is it there in our material? Yes. Now, where it is there in ICAI sources, sir? It was there in RTP. It was there in November 18 RTP, May 19 RTP, December 21 MTP series 2. And in fact, we have given that point here also, sir. Now, where it was given, study material it was there, some RTPs it was there. Sorry, this one. Sorry, study material it was not there, sir. It was there in RTPs, it was there in MTP. So the same fact was established. Sir, was it there in guest question? I would like to open the guest question material also, sir, simultaneously. So these are the guest questions given, sir, for the students who have prepared that 46th edition material. Now you could observe, this is the 46th edition reference, sir. This is the 46th edition reference. Now what are the problems given? You could observe. So we are dealing with which CRD, sir? CRD 6. Now you could observe. Is it given? No. Wait, sir. Let me check. Presence in guest question. CRD 5 or 6? Okay, just wait, sir. Okay, right. Now, let me tell you one fact, sir. First, let me tell you the purpose of guest questions also, and then let me proceed. Sir, what do you feel the purpose of guest questions? I think guest questions given will be limited in number. So it's not that entire material. The number of guest questions are very, very limited in number. The purpose is very simple. If you are not having big time, Now, at least if you prepare the guest questions, conceptually you'll be perfect. Mark my words clear. Conceptually you'll be perfect. I don't say exactly same question may be there, but conceptually you'd be able to answer. Now here, the guest question given is CRD 5, sir. This is also a question based on partial repossession. I think hire purchase chapter is completed for you, right? So you can understand. This is also a question based on partial repossession. Now, in fact, in our material, in this question, you could observe, we are preparing ledger accounts itself in both the books, sir. It is in the books of hire vendor as well as hire purchaser. While preparing the ledger accounts, we come across all these four aspects, sir. Now, I can say, with the conceptual knowledge of CRD 5, you can definitely answer this question also. That means, if you just prepare CRD 5 as just given in the guest questions, still you will be able to answer with that conceptual knowledge. Let me tell you one thing, sir, here. I am telling right from the beginning, sir, material is very important. There are many students who are of the view that, sir, I'll just prepare study material and last 3 RTPs and MTPs well. So there are students like this. Do you accept or not? There will be many students. In fact, other take whatever it may be, who will just prepare study material as well as maybe the last 3 MTPs or RTPs. Now let me make you clear, sir. So it was asked in RTPs, but not just 20 or 21 or 22. So it was just asked previously, sir, just 2 or 3 years back. Now if you just prepare study material and RTPs alone, many people don't refer MTPs also, sir. They just refer last 3 RTPs or 2 RTPs and study material. Would you feel that this question is exactly what's there in the RTPs and study material? This was not there in the study material. This model was not asked in the last 2 or 3 RTPs. In December 21 MTP it was there. What I say is there are many scenarios, many students who just prepare only the latest MTP, latest RTP and study material. I say, sir, just prepare and go like this. In examination, just because it is conceptually same, if everybody can write, I think there is no concept of difficulty in examinations. Whenever you feel that question, way of presentation itself is different, that surprise element itself is sufficient for you, sir, to make the question difficult. So what I say is, please understand, sir, if you just prepare that study material or RTP, it is not sufficient. That's why if you observe in our material, we have covered study material, RTPs, MTPs, maybe past exam papers. I can say it's as a one-stop solution, sir. Just if you prepare our material, it will be covered, sir. All these aspects. Is that clear, sir? Shall we proceed, sir? So this is question number 1. And everywhere I used to give that percentage of similarity also, sir. So just let me give you the percentage of similarity. Just the numbers were multiplied by 0.5. So I would like to establish here 95% is the percentage of similarity. And when it comes to guest questions, I don't say 95 because the way of asking question was different and I have placed it 80%. Is that clear, everybody, sir? And let me tell you one more point. And whenever we are drafting our assignment questions, that generally you may not have the purpose of assignment question itself is to make you practice with different numbers, sir. You may feel, sir, just if numbers was changed, is it really helpful for examination? That is what I am telling, sir. Don't expect that every question will be changed in the examination a lot. Now, don't be of that wrong notion. ICAI, many of the times they may just multiply with 2, multiply with 3 or multiply with half. So that changes are also sufficient. We have done enough changes, sir, to reflect in your assignments also, to make you practice the same things we have done. If you observe, just what was changed, sir? Numbers was changed. The format was once again the same. What I say is, purpose of assignment questions itself is the same, sir. If you practice with different numbers, definitely in examination, another different number. You don't feel it as a new question. You are just answering with another different numbers. Here, in this way, if you solve our assignment questions, whenever classes are being conducted, definitely it could be of great help. So, hope everybody have understood, sir. So, with this, I am moving to the next question. So, I think I need not explain, sir. And just I would like to show you how many times it was asked in our revision exams, sir. Now, sir, we will have different revision series, sir, depending on whether you are attempting for only group 1 or only group 2, or both group 1 and group 2. Different numbers will be there. So 1A, 3A, 4A, 5A. So whatever, based on batches also, different revision exams will be there. Now, maybe you could observe almost in many exams, whatever the batch it may be, we have covered this question. So just you attempt the examination well also, that revision exams also, it helps you a lot. Anyway, sir, let me proceed to the next question. Question number 2. 2B. Now this question is based on what, sir? Just look at the chapter name. Insurance claims. I think this was not yet completed for you. So the chapter name is insurance claims, sir. First, let me show you the similar question which we are having, sir. I would not explain in depth about the subject, but still I would show you how the changes were done. Okay, right. I would like to establish you one fact, sir. In this question, sir, generally in insurance claim, generally for any claim, 2 types of claims will be there, sir. One is for loss of stock, the other one is for loss of profits. 2 types of claims will be there in insurance chapter. One is loss of stock, the other one is loss of profits. You will be having some questions based on loss of stock, some questions based on loss of profit, and a comprehensive question covering both loss of stock as well as loss of profit. Just like in investment accounts, some questions on equity shares, some questions on debentures, and at the end a comprehensive question on equity shares and debentures. Exactly here also you'll be having one comprehensive question on loss of stock and loss of profit. I would like to show you one fact, sir. In this question also, both loss of stock as well as loss of profits was there. I have taken a similar question which was there in our material, sir. Now here also loss of stock and loss of profit. What happened, sir? What was the changes done in examination? Now changes was done, sir. You could observe the number of items existing itself was different. Am I right or not? So here the number of items are less, whereas in our material you could observe the number of items are more, and maybe the content also more in our material. You could observe just with 2 or 3 lines, here the content is completed. Now what sort of changes are done? Let me tell you one thing, sir. In trading account, the items were minimized. They are not giving that manufacturing expenses or wages. And in P&L, whatever expenses we have given in our material, they simply divided into 2, variable as well as standing. Standing in the sense generally fixed charges we say. Okay, right. These 2. In other words, I would like to say whatever existing question was there, it was simplified a lot. Now instead of giving many items, they are reducing the number of items, sir. They have simplified. But their issue was to ask a comprehensive question. Because they want to ask for less number of marks, 10 marks only. Actually comprehensive question takes some big time, sir. Just like in investment accounts, you take some good time for comprehensive question on equity shares and debentures. This question also usually takes some big time, because they want to give for 10 marks. They are reducing the number of points. They are reducing the complexity. Here you could observe these many points were there. Here the number of points were considerably reduced. And there was some data, sir, given here. Purchases, sales, and some other data was given here. Now let me show you, it was simplified even more, sir. In other words, just 1 or 2 minor changes was there. They are talking about the turnover, standard turnover which was there, for loss of profit. Some requirements are there to compute. This chapter was not completed. I'm just telling you few aspects here. Just try to understand. Actually we require their standard turnover and annual turnover. For computing that, actually many requirements will be there, sir. So these are all the aspects. By looking at this, we compute it, sir. But in the examination, straight away they have given, sir. In the examination, they have straight away given something called a standard, and with some one line, we can easily find that annual turnover also, sir. Standard as well as annual. What I would like to say here is, question was simplified a lot. What happened here is, what question we were having in our material is comprehensive, sir. Now why it was reduced? For a reduced number of marks. They want to cover each and every chapter, sir. When they want to cover a concept and still give it for same number of marks, the only option available for them is simplifying the question by reducing some points. And that is what they have done, sir. They have simplified the points, and actually purchases will be given in the question, sir, in the material. Now, only thing they have done is, instead of giving purchases directly, they have done some small change, sir. What is that? They have given payments made to creditors, and at the end of the month, balance owing to trade creditors has increased by 3.32 lakhs. This was the only point they have given. The payment they have given, and they are telling that creditors increased by 3.32. Can you find the purchases, sir? Based on this information, now can we find the purchases or not? Yes, sir. Just if you know that small point, you can easily understand, sir. Let me show you. Sir, for the amount paid, if we add that increase in creditors, we'll get purchases. Either you could show like this, or you prepare a creditors account. You know the payment done, sir. Payment done will be recorded here. To bank. By balance brought down will be there. To balance carried down. Now what they are communicating, sir? Net increase they are communicating. Am I right or not? If this is X, this will become X plus something. Hello, are you getting the point, sir? Anyway, payment is given. Now can you find the purchase or not? Yes. By purchases. Instead of giving directly purchases value, they have given indirectly some other information. Just like what you might have faced in cash flow statements and accounts from incomplete records. In cash flow statements, in one or two questions, they will not give directly the purchases, sir, or payment to creditors, and you are required to prepare a creditors account. Exactly in the same way, they've just tried to incorporate that point. That was the only minute changes, sir. Ultimately, what I would like to conclude, sir, insurance claims chapter, whatever I have given, now you could observe what percentage we have given. Similarity I have given only 60%. And the same question was there in guest questions also, sir. I would like to show you here. In our guest questions also, insurance claims assignment 9. I am showing you the same, sir. The assignment 9 of insurance claims. It was also covered in guest question. And we are admitting the percentage also. I am covering only 60 because the question was simplified a lot. Now we don't want to say that everything was asked as it is, sir. If it is not asked, we will say it is not asked, sir. We will admit whatever is there. And let me communicate here. I cannot say you cannot be able to write, sir. It's just the question has become simpler and simpler. That's all. The question has been simplified. With that knowledge, and if you have this small understanding of how to compute the purchases by considering that payment as well as increase in creditors, this question will be absolutely simple. Is that clear, everybody? Just when you face a new question, suddenly you may feel it difficult, sir. When you think logically and answer, definitely that will help you. And once again, I'm telling you, all these things can do well only when you write that revision exam. Because the purpose of revision exams itself is to, when we give different questions, because we cannot give same questions, right, in the exam. We'll make small changes and give it in the revision exams. And if you attempt that exams, definitely you will get used to any new changes. As a result, suddenly public examination also you don't feel as something different. It will be exactly in the same mode. So I suggest everybody, don't think that once classes are completed, we'll move to home and go do that preparation, sir. That never works out. Revision exams are definitely useful. Please keep it in mind. Then only you can consider or answer any sort of changes. So hope it is clear. Sir, shall we proceed? Everybody, are you all observing, sir? Now, let me proceed to the next question, sir. Just ensure that but all I am not showing guest questions, immediately communicate, sir, the guest question part is not covered. I would like to show where it was there in our material as well as in guest question. Next I am starting with question number 3A. It is from the chapter, what is the chapter name? Accounts from incomplete records. Let me open a similar question which was there in our material. Then we'll talk. After completed accounts from incomplete records, no. Okay, right. Now let me show you, sir. In this question, so in this chapter, actually, some basics facts will be given, sir. Purchase, cash purchases, credit purchase, cash sales, credit sales. Some regular information will be given. You need to prepare a trading and P&L. That's all. You need to prepare trading, P&L, and balance sheet. Some information will be missing, and you need to make it complete. That's why chapter name is accounts from incomplete records. From the incomplete information existing, you have to prepare the accounts. Okay, right. Now let me show you how the question was similar. First, I think you could observe three assets was given, sir. Building, equipment, and furniture, whose openings and closing was given. Debtors and creditors was given. Openings or closing was not given. Only one was given. Stock, bank loan, and cash. And collection from debtors, payments to creditors, expenses paid, drawings by one of the partner, discount allowed, discount received. Then they have given some more information. An equipment having some book value sold for 40,000, sold for 30,000. Then there was some cash sale telling that 10% of the total sales. Credit sales 9 lakhs, and credit purchases they telling that 80% of the total purchase. Cash purchase 1 lakh 30. When they say cash purchase and when they say 80% of the total purchase, can we find cash as well as credit or not? Yes. Now similarly here also, sir, cash sale as well as credit sale, both we can find. And they are telling GP percentage, some outstanding expenses. They are giving depreciation rates, and they are also telling one person capital was 30,000 more than the capital of other person. And in fact, they are talking about opening, not about the closing capital. Like this, some information was given. Now let me tell you, in our material, a similar question was there, but the firm is not a partnership firm, it's a regular proprietorship firm. Oh, are you getting the point, sir? We are having a similar question. The change which was done in the examination is they just have changed the status of the firm from proprietorship firm to partnership firm. Let me show you, sir. Here also three things are there, three assets are there, creditors and debtors are there. Then maybe some loan stock. In fact, we have covered more points also covering that loan, etc. And because it is sole proprietor, only one capital will be there, no partners. Then you could observe, just like there, they are giving some indication, total sales and credit sales 80% of the total sales. In this way also we can answer or not. When they have given total sales 80%, once again with this information we can answer both cash sales as well as credit sales. Here also credit purchase, and they say that cash purchase is 40% of the total purchase. Once again similar facts, sir. Then GP margin, discount allowed, discount received. Just like their one sale point, sir, here also you could observe. The first point was sale. Then maybe they're giving the depreciation for all these three, sir. For all these three assets, they're giving the depreciation rates. Like that you could observe, sir, most of the points. In fact, some extra points only was covered in our material. Once again, I'm reiterating the fact, you get the same questions in the examination. Sometimes you do get just by multiplying the numbers with 1, 2 or 3. Now sometimes you may not get it, sir. They may simplify the question for the purpose of reducing the, you should just accommodate that minute changes, sir. Accommodating this minute changes is not so easy if you are not good conceptually. Let me give you this point, sir. If you are not good conceptually, accommodating these minute changes is not easy at all. Make this point very, very clear in mind. Only when you listen classes well, and only when you apply that small points, when you, I used to say number of times, I used to give some time, start thinking, apply that thinking process. Exactly the same purpose, sir. Only when you think more and more, only when you listen more and more, these new points also you'll be able to cope with. Otherwise, suddenly new points, you feel that it may be difficult. Is that clear, sir? And unfortunately, here itself, I want to suggest all the online students, unless you are very, very active, now it is really difficult for you. Now maybe by this time, some one batch or 2 batches was completed. But I would like to say, out of the 2 always, online as well as physical, which one you prefer, sir? not just me, anybody would like to say always physical is the best, sir, because there is no control when you are there online. And at your age, suddenly if you start thinking of other aspect, you may not be there, sir. I'll be telling number of times. You'll start listening to the class, suddenly you'll go elsewhere. Later on you will come out when the faculty comes out, that's all, or goes out. It will happen, sir. Now, to ensure that you are listening well, if I am looking at you, you always feel, okay, sir is looking at me, let me not do any difficult great activities and look at the listen to the class. One or the other way you will be listening, sir. Now, if you are having that freedom, whenever you want you can leave. Now, you might have faced, you might have observed at least 1 or 2 months how well you might have listened to the classes. I say absolutely, to the extent possible, avoid that online, sir. Genuine reason is there, sir. Something not good, sir. A problem was there, health issue was there, or some other aspects was there. It's okay, but to the extent possible, 95%, 99% always prefer only physical. You could observe these changes, sir. Being conceptually good is very, very important. You could observe out of 3 questions, how many were as it is, or with minute changes? 1. The balance 2 were still having some changes. This you could answer only when you are good conceptually. For that, listening very well is important, sir. I can say at this age, when you are there online, listening attentively is not so easy. It will be very, very difficult. So, online students, once again, you please understand, and I'm not asking you to just what I say is listen very well. Ensure that you are listening the classes. Okay, sir. Let me continue. Let me go with the flow. Next. So, with this 3A was completed, I think I have shown you the percentage also you could observe, sir, because there were some changes. Now, I'll always follow that prudence approach, sir, while giving percentages also. You could observe, though many points were covered, still I have given only 50%. In guest questions also, a similar question was there, sir. Let me show you in guest questions also. Accounts from incomplete records, assignment 3. So, that is what I think I have shown you at assignment 3. Is that clear, sir? Same question was covered in guest questions. Now, if you observe, out of the 3 questions we have discussed till now, 2 questions were as it is there in guest questions, and 1 question, just concept was similar. You are aware of it, the partial repossession concept. Guest questions also plays a very, very important role. Let me proceed, sir, to the next question. Question number 3B. Everybody, what is that, sir? Question number 3B. Which chapter it is? Please observe. Which chapter it is? Departmental accounts. Now, I will not say anything. First, let me show you weightage, where it is covered. That's all. Then only I will talk. So, this was MM material. This was study material. This was RTP. This was MTP. This was previous exam question papers. This was revision exams. This was guest questions. I'll not say anything prior, sir. First, you please look at it. Then only I'll discuss. None of the exams, none of the places, none of the, you don't in study material or RTPs or MTPs, nowhere it was there, sir. Suddenly, new question was framed and given in the exam. In fact, I would like to say, it's not new completely. It used to be there once. We used to discuss once. We used to discuss once. Once it used to be there in our material also. No, just now for you, when you started giving that 46th, and for your batch also same materials almost. Definitely this question was not there. Intentionally we have removed. Now let me show you. Now just in our previous batches we have kept it, and intentionally we have removed. We are only telling, sir, intentionally it was removed. Once again, I would like to just show you, sir. Now please observe. First, let me compare this. Just please observe, sir. This is 43rd edition. Of course, due to Corona, the same material was used for 44th and 45th. That's why I'm comparing directly. Please observe. This was the examination question, sir. Now you start using your mathematical skills. To some extent, you will understand why I'm telling. Now, facts were 3 departments were there. Then opening stock, some unrealized profit, materials consumed, direct labor, closing stock, sales, area occupied, number of employees. I think in our material also, whatever question was there, opening stock for unrealized profit, material consumed, direct labor, closing stock, sales, area occupied, number of employees. Just observe numbers also, sir. Don't be 10,000, 16,000 and 38,000, 5,000, 8,000 and 19. Okay, made half. Okay, multiplied by 2. Okay, not made half, into 2. Now next numbers also, I don't, 60, 40 and 20. Directly I'm moving to last one. 30, 20 and 10. 2,500, 1,500 and 1,000. Same, 5,000. I think if I show you one question, you can immediately say me the other question also. It's not just one sentence. All paras also, whatever. Here, they have just changed by giving into points. But of course, once again, the same. Stocks of each department are valued at cost. I transferred to J at 20. Then J to K at 20. Other common expenses, 18,000, 6,000. Once again, same way, sir. 2020 doubled, 36,000 and 12,000. You could observe amounts was exactly double. Now anyway, forget about that fact, sir. First we are talking about this. It was covered in none of the places. And you are only telling you have removed that question. Let me give you that clarity, sir. Sir, ICAI, when they take any chapter, there are no boundaries for that chapter, sir. If I say departmental accounts, there is no rule that they should give a question only from the study material relating to department accounts. If that concept is related to departmental accounts, they can ask a question, sir. I feel, I remember this question was asked somewhere before 2010. Whatever question I am showing you, this was asked 10 years before. After that, nowhere it was asked, sir. Just it used to be there in old study material and old practice manual. Before that, syllabus was changed. And anyway, we have continued. We have just waited for many attempts, sir. They may ask in the examination. And still we have continued for many attempts. Maybe the last 1 or 2 times, we thought, it's an advanced level, sir. I can say for discussing this problem alone, 1.5 hours we used to take, sir. 1.5 hour time we used to take. It's a big problem. It's just like you could observe, department 1, department 2 sales will not be there, sir. In department 3 sales will be there. Unrealized profit computation will be there, sir. It's just like, maybe I could give an example of a manufacturing of a shirt, sir. Now how a shirt will be manufactured? First it will start with a cotton, then thread, then maybe white cloth, then they'll do some colors, buttons, etc., pockets, and then they will finally manufacture a shirt. Different processes are there. Am I right or not? For manufacturing that thread, one department will be there. For manufacturing that white cloth, another department will be there. So department 1 will transfer items to department 2. Department 2 will transfer items to department 3. Department 3 will make some colorings, etc. And finally the finished good will be sold to the customer. Sales will be done in the 3rd department. Suppose some stock is there in the 3rd department. Now profits will be there from 1st department. And that profits also will be there from 2nd department. Unrealized profit issue will become heavier, sir. Big discussion. What I want to say is, because of the discussion and because it was asked, not asked from many attempts, we have removed, sir. Let me tell you few points here. Definitely in any exam, 1 or 2 questions will be there which you cannot attempt. Suppose every question you can attempt. It's a luck for you. You will be happy. You should be happy. Are you getting the point, sir? But you should be in a position to understand that definitely 1 or 2 questions will be there which you may not answer. And let me give you a clarity here. You need not bother about that also, sir. No need to answer for 100 marks. Make my words clear. There is no necessity to answer 100 marks. If it is possible, the paper is simple and you are having sufficient time, it's okay. But I don't suggest, only if we write 100 marks, we can get good marks. That's not at all a point, sir. Whatever we write, if we write well, it is very much sufficient. And you writing for 84 marks, what I say at least, 80 to 85 marks well, is also very much sufficient. Don't be in a hurry to attempt 100 marks. The reason is very simple. whatever you write at the end, I think I have communicated once or twice this point, sir. Whatever you write at the end, generally which issues we'll write, sir? Only those which you don't know very well. If you know very well, you might have started with that aspect only. Why you are writing at the end? Comparatively, you don't know it well. So generally, if we write anything at the end, for them the marks we get also will be lesser. Unnecessarily for that purpose, you need not focus, sir. Just if you write whatever well, 80 marks, even if you write very well, there are many students who get the exemption. Even if you write 80 marks well, mark my words, sir, this is clear. There are many students who get exemption just if they write 80 marks well. Because number of times I used to say this fact, 80 into 80%. In any practical paper, if you write well, 80% marks minimum, bare minimum will be awarded, sir. So if you write 80 marks well, there itself 80 into 80%, 64 marks exemption you will be getting. Don't be of the wrong notion that we should always write for 100 marks. What I say is, even if you are able to write for 80 to 85 marks also, very much sufficient. That clear, sir? So if you already set your mind that if I write 80 to 85 marks well, these questions cannot trouble you, sir. Something I am telling. These questions cannot trouble you because you know that anyway, I'll not write some, 1 or 10 marks or something. So it's not an issue, sir. It will not affect you. In this entire paper, this is the only question which was a shocker to everybody. Now I can say nobody can answer this question, sir, because it was not there and nobody will teach to the students also, sir. And in fact, at least because we teach for number of batches and we prepare number of materials, it was very simple for us. We have identified quickly, sir. I have shown you a past batch material and I am comparing. And you please think about other students, they never know from where this question was given also. They never have that clarity. Because we used to have the old, in our previous editions also, number of times we used to incorporate that old things. We always have that benefit in comparison and everything. And let me communicate the fact. You might be thinking, sir, what if another question like this is asked in the upcoming examination? So let me give you clarity. We have taken one decision, sir. Once we have observed that significant, not just this question, I'll show you 1 or 2 next questions also, where they are considering some past, in other words, old syllabus questions, sir. For that purpose, we have taken a decision that you will be issued a supplementary material. From the next batches, we are going to straight away bring back that questions to the material, sir, for the running batch, that is for you, because we have already given you the materials. We will give you a supplementary material covering that extra questions, and that questions will be discussed. Is that clear, sir? No need to worry. And in fact, we are, I can say, we are not at all worried, or we don't bother here still to say that one question was not asked. We happily admit, sir, this is a professional examination. How could you expect everything from within the material? And they may give 1 or 2 shockers, sir. It's not at all something new to us. Now, we have seen this number of times happen, sir. Just make yourself ready for this, that's all. Don't feel that 1 or 2 new questions. You should not get fear with that, sir. Just get ready for those aspects. These things will happen. You are writing examination for 80 to 85 marks. Please keep that in mind and write well. Definitely, it will be simple. And whatever not covered in the existing material, you need not worry, sir. It will be covered. Is that clear, everybody? Okay, right. Now, let me continue, sir. So with this, we have completed question number 3B. Let us move to question number 4. I will complete the question paper now. We'll take still 15 minutes or 20 minutes more, and we are going to complete this. Now, look here carefully. Everybody, question number 3 was completed. Sir, I think I have drawn you few conclusions. That paper is always not going to be so easy. But at the same time, you need not worry about it also, sir. 2 questions will be there. And when you have that clarity, you need not attempt for 100 marks. Never it will trouble you. Please have that in mind. If the paper is simple and if you are able to 100 marks, it's lucky for you. That's all. But anyway, you will be attempting for only 80 to 85 marks. If you be in that way, anything extra will be happy only, sir. But always be of that notion. But from our side also, we'll ensure that everything was there conceptually. This is the only place we are admitting, sir. Even conceptually also it's not covered. Nowhere in conceptually also it's not covered, sir. We are admitting that. We have intentionally removed. And I have shown you the past material also, where we have given the similar question. Intentionally we have removed, but because CA has suddenly changed the trend, we are also ready to update our material based on the trend. We used to update our material once for every batch, or at least twice, for every 2 batches. Once we update the materials based on the examination trend. I can say you, sir, right from May 18 onwards, when new syllabus was framed, till now, the previous attempt, accounts used to be very, very simple. In fact, just like that multiplication only will be there. In this examination only, 1 or 2 shockers was there in the questions. Previously, such shockers also not used to be there, sir. Everything used to be plain. Their level has increased with respect to auditing and taxation. They have increased the level of accuracy in auditing and taxation like anything, sir. And we have updated the materials like that. You just observe an auditing paper or a taxation paper, sir. It will just require maybe each and every minute accuracy from you, sir. You should be clear with respect to a particular provision, section and subsection. Accuracy has increased. That's why materials also we have changed for that like anything. Now, once they have started concentrating on accounts, in fact, we have given enough material, but still, whenever there is minute change, we are ready to admit it and proceed with the updation. Okay, anyway, let me proceed to question number 4. Now, this was a question from your favorite chapter. What is the chapter name? Profit or loss pre and post incorporation. How many marks? Straight away, 20 marks question was asked, sir. So either it's a boon or a bane depending on your listening capacity. That's all. Let me show the question and a similar question also. So we are there in profit or loss pre and post incorporation. Let me show you the related question, sir. Okay, right. Now, this was the question, TRD 3. And let me show you the information. I think you know in profit or loss pre and post incorporation, there will be various incomes and expenses that you have to divide into pre and post depending on various aspects. Let me show you directly this additional information, sir, which was there. Now, total sales for the year evenly arose up to the date of certificate of commencement, whereafter thereafter there is a increase. Like that a point was there. In our material also you could observe. Thereafter, there is an increase. They have given a specific date. Instead of giving certificate of commencement, they have given a specific date. In this question, they have given that certificate of commencement date, as well as they have said it is up to certificate of commencement. The date also same, sir. 1st October, there 30th September. Then this was one similar question, similar point, sir. Then next, let me show you. So, rent was paid at the 2,000 per month up to September. Thereafter it was increased by 400 per month. Now here also you could observe there was an increase in the rent, sir. Old office building rent was increased. Similar point was asked in the examination. Salaries tripled. Depreciation 600. Like that few points are there. Purchase consideration was discharged. Now I could show some similar points. Traveling expenses, depreciation, purchase consideration, most of the points are same. So let me tell you what are the points which were new, sir. Let me tell you those new points here. Now I can say this was the new point, sir. Point number B. The company deals in one type of product. The unit cost of goods sold was reduced by 10% since 1st August as compared to pre-incorporation period. This point was not there in our material and this point was given. But I would like to say happily, previously there used to be a question exactly in the similar way, sir, when covering what we can say the certificate of commencement and certificate of incorporation also. We used to have this question, and I can say intentionally we have removed that question, sir, and we have added similar points in our material in an existing question. This was the 43rd edition, the question which was we are having, sir. You could observe just like what was given here also, certificate of commencement, certificate of incorporation. Dates are also same, sir. 1st August, 1st October. I would like to say values also. You please compare. I won't say anything. What happened to the values? What happened? There 9 lakh 60. Here 19 lakh 20. 15 lakh 54. 7 lakh 77. 40,000. 80,000. Order also same, sir. Order of incomes and expense also same. 21,000. 42,000. Then 8,400. 16,800. Almost all the aspects are same. Let me go to the end directly. Total alone I'll show you. Okay, total not given. Right. Current liabilities, debentures, etc. was there. Now the same facts were given. Numbers were doubled, sir. You could observe all the numbers. Each and every number, including whatever given here, was doubled. 4,800 and 600. Here 2,400 and 300. Everything. Dates was same, just the numbers was doubled. In fact, we have intentionally removed this question, sir. Why? We don't want to teach a new question just for covering one or two important points. And we have incorporated the similar points, just like cost of goods sold was increased or decreased in one of the other questions. Now you could observe in question number 2, in our CRD, we have only placed, sir, another point. This was not actually there in the study material, but we have added it intentionally. The cost of goods sold for the company had increased by 10% as compared to pre-incorporation period. Now here what happened, sir? There was a increase. Unit cost of goods sold has increased. In the examination, what happened, sir? It was decrease. Just increase and decrease was the change. Now this application, hope you remember how we might have done in the question. Just that unit cost of goods. It was not there in the original question which was there in the study material, sir. We have intentionally added. Why, sir? We want to remove that question unnecessarily. We don't want to ask you to practice a number of questions, sir. That's why we have removed and placed that new point. That's all. Is that clear, everybody, sir? So what we are doing, sir, that minute points which you may miss, we are incorporating in the existing questions. For this reason, I can say, maybe once again, it's not just for telling in the other way, sir. We are covering each and every minute aspect, sir. Believe me, just prepare our material more than sufficient, sir. Prepare our material more than sufficient. Nothing else is required. You could observe what sort of minute points also we have covered and incorporated in our existing material. Only one thing will be new to you, and in fact that you can understand. Certificate of commencement date was there, incorporation date was there. Which date you should consider for that pre and post incorporation division is the point. Now how do you divide that incomes and expenses, sir? Based on the date of commencement or based on the date of incorporation? Incorporation. What is the chapter name? Pre and post incorporation. Incorporation date is there, sir. They're just confusing you by giving another extra date. If you are just clear, if you are having that little conceptual clarity, this question becomes very, very simple. Is that clear, everybody, sir? Okay. Sir, are we having this in guest questions, etc.? Now let me show you, sir. This was profit or loss pre and post incorporation. The problem number 2, it was there. We have given the percentage as 70%. You could observe almost points were same, except that one, unit cost of goods sold and certificate of commencement, etc. That's what. Okay, right? Let me move to the next question, sir. Question number 4 is completed. We are there in 5A. Now, what is the name of the chapter, sir? We are there in question number 5. What is the name of the chapter? Redemption of preference shares. Okay, right. Now, redemption of preference shares. We are having a similar question in our material. Now, let me show you. Okay, right. This was the question, sir. CRD 5, maybe number of times I might have tested. Trusted to test in revisions also. Now, please observe carefully. Sale of investments was there. They'll ask you to raise some minimum number of shares, leaving a bank balance of 12,000, and the minimum number of shares at a premium of rupees 10 per share. Exactly in the question also. Investments were sold in the market. They want you to issue sufficient number of equity shares at a premium of 25%, and they want to redeem the same at a premium of 10%. And to be frankly speaking, here the amount also will be same, sir. Once you convert. Actually, they have given partly paid, sir. First, you should convert them into fully paid. The balance call you should make. Decided to make a final call. Once you make that final call, this will also become 65,000, sir. 65,000 plus 6%, that's 65,000 plus 10%, 71,500, sir. Material also will be having the same numbers, sir. The numbers also same. In this question also 65,000 will be there. Redemption will happen at 10%. What are the new points which were given in the question, sir? Only these two. It was decided to convert partly paid into fully paid without requiring the shareholders to pay for the same. Maybe in bonus issue chapter you might remember. Now bonus is of two types. One is issuing fully paid bonus shares. Other one is converting partly paid into fully paid. Now exactly that was the new point. We are converting that partly paid into fully paid, sir. For that we need to pass some entries. Equity share final call to equity share capital, general reserve to bonus, bonus to shareholders to equity share final call. Like that some entries will pass, sir. This is the new point. But other than that, then issuing the fully paid bonus shares to the existing shareholders. Both are there. Now we'll pass both. Only that bonus shares point was new. They have tried to combine. But leaving that, rest of the points are exactly the same. Is that clear, sir? Hope you understand. They are not giving questions as it is. Minute changes are there. That's why I say that conceptual clarity is very, very important. Now, I think we have seen in the examination also how it was asked, sir. Redemption of preference shares, but still because of the changes which were there, you could observe with my prudent approach, I have given only 60%. Once again, we are ready to admit, sir. Now next, let me move to another question, 5B, branch accounts, sir. Actually, I think branch accounts is not yet completed. But let me tell you what sort of changes are there. Now, before telling the changes, I'll show you this source. What happened here? Is it there in the study material? Is it there in the, is it there in the material? No. Study material? No. RTPs? No. MTPs? No. Then previous exams? No. But there in one of the revision exams. In one revision exams we have asked, it was not there anywhere. You didn't get a doubt that it was not there anywhere. How it was asked in the revision exam. We are not giving the same questions, no. We'll just make some changes, and one fine time, the faculties itself, we have given a exactly same number, just with different numbers multiplied by 1 or 2, a similar question. And in fact, once again, I would like to say, this question was not absolutely new to us. It may be new to others, but once again, it will not be exactly new. I'll just show you, sir. This was the question. We used to have previously, once again, for the same reason we have removed, because they were not testing many questions. We have removed. For that purpose only, I have said you, we will be giving you that supplementary material, and our next edition material will be updated. You could observe, sir, the same numbers will be there. Almost the numbers also will be the same with minute changes. Stock, debtors, goods received from head office, cash, credit, expenses, remittance. The same will be there. Just let me show you, sir. You could observe. Almost similar will be there. That catalog price 20% less cost plus and discount at less than 15%. Similar points will be there in the question also. What I want to say is, previously this model, sir, here the catalog price and list price is the only discussion. But that is very much conceptual. If you observe it carefully, easily you can understand. Little conceptual, sir. With the conceptual knowledge you can answer. But still exactly same was not there. For that purpose, we are immediately admitting that it was not there in any of our sources. Is that clear? That's why I say revision exams also sometimes will help you like anything, because we'll be making changes and giving you in the examination. So hope it is clear. With this, we are moving to the last question, sir. Question number 6. Okay, right. So let me proceed. So this is related, sir. From now onward, short questions will be there. We'll proceed quickly with within 10 minutes. We are going to close this session. So, okay, right. Now we are there in last question. Let me move quickly. So this question is based on preparation of financial statements. Which one, sir? Preparation of financial statements. Now let me show you the number also, sir. It was there in our material. Now, so hope you remember this question where managerial remuneration, computation of managerial remuneration having what, sir? Adequate profits. Now you will be given different items and you will be asked, sir, in examination they have simplified it in like anything. They have directly given net profit before income tax and managerial remuneration, but after depreciation and provision for repairs, depreciation will be given. What you should consider, sir? Schedule 2. But they have considered depreciation in books. Similarly, they have considered provision for repairs for machinery. Capital items should not be considered, but revenue should be considered. Like that, some minute changes. The only extra thing they have given, instead of giving many items, 1 or 2 items only given, sir. The extra thing is they have given different scenarios. Hope you remember. For one director, 5%. For 2 directors, 10%. For altogether, 11%. Like that, some percentages used to be there. Do you remember, sir? You may not have applied in questions, but still you could observe in the examination they have asked in the similar way. It's just the conceptual clarity, sir. If you have that, you can easily answer. Nothing difficult, sir. I'll show you the solution also, how it will be there. Just we will add back the depreciation provided in the books. We'll reduce depreciation as per schedule 2. We'll add back the provision for repairs, capital repairs, and we'll reduce the actual expenditure. We'll get net profit. We'll apply that 5%, 10%, and 11%. Very simple question. Now let me proceed further, sir. Now question number 6b. Now this is bonus and rights issue, sir. And we are having a similar question in our material, exactly same, sir. Bonus and rights issue. So this was the question. There will be one question where you will be having entries for rights as well as bonus, making that call. Assignment 4b, I think. This is the question, sir. Now let me show you. The same was asked, sir, with just some minute changes. I have given in the chapter also. It was there in assignment 4b, and that problem number 4 was given in guest questions also. In RTBs it was there number of times. Study mately it was there. So no big issue, sir. It was given as it is. Just numbers were changed, sir. I could say 90,000 here in our material. Let me show you. So it was 4 lakh shares. Just some numbers was changed, but otherwise facts were exactly the same. Is that clear, sir? No big changes. So that's why percentage, just by percentage you can understand what percentage we have given similarity. 95. That means only numbers was changed. Now let me proceed further, sir. The question number 6c. This is AS1. I think all group 1 standards are completed. You can easily understand. This is AS1. There will be certain true or false, sir. Now this was also there exactly in our material, sir. The similar question was there, but in our material we are having almost 5 points, sir. Instead of 1 point, we are having 5 points, sir, in our material. Let me just show you, sir. This was the question we are having in our material. This was the question we are having. How many points are there? 5. In the examination, they have left that last point and asked only 4 points. Exactly same theoretical. You can write as it is, just with our presentation. That's why you could observe what sort of similarity I have given also. It is how much percentage, sir? 100%. Almost is 100%. In guess questions, it was not there, sir. Okay, right. Cash flow statements. Let me move to next question, sir. 6D. So similar question was once again there in our material, sir. Cash flow statements. Sir, closing, sir, within 5 minutes. It's over. Now, hope you remember CRT 5, sir. There will be some adjustments to the net profit and they will be giving some issues. Now, some difficult points like valuation of inventory, sale of fixed assets, inventory valuation, etc. These points were not asked and the rest of the points were covered and they have asked for a 5 marks question. Actually, asking direct method for 5 marks is not. In fact, not just this question. Let me show you the next question also, which is investment accounts, sir. Bonus, rights, sale of shares, then purchase along with brokerage and stamp duty. This is also asked for 5 marks. This used to be always asked for minimum 10 marks, sir. This time, suddenly they have given a shocker. They have given only for 5 marks. Having brokerage and stamp duty, that too, purchase, sale, then bonus, rights, everything for 5 marks really is not acceptable. We cannot do anything. Intentionally, they are asking you to take this as a choice. No more internal choice for you. Out of the 5, they are asking you like this only, sir. But let me tell you one thing. you should be ready for a lengthy paper also, sir. In some scenarios, we have to be ready for the lengthy paper also, where handwriting also matters. Let me tell you one thing. Maybe already sir has communicated. Prakash sir will be instructing you that handwriting issues also, how you have to present, etc. Okay. So this was the investment accounts question. Now, let me move to first question, sir, with which we will close these discussions. Everybody. Now, question number 1. Sir, this was based on accounting standards AS 12. Now, in our material, we'll be having these first 3 points, sir. We'll be having these first some 3 points, sir, out of the 5. Only 2 points are different. I'm just showing you, sir. In our material, it was there because only 3 points was covered in the material. I'm just saying 60%. You could observe the similar points will be there. In our material, they say medical facilities. Now, instead of medical facilities, they have given corona. Like that, few points were there, sir. Not difficult at all. You can easily answer. Now, question number 2, I would like to show you here, sir. Please observe. Now, this is FIFO method, sir. Application of FIFO. This was not there anywhere in our material. Let me show you. This was not there anywhere in our material, sir. Question number 1, is it covered? 1B. 1C also not covered. Both of the questions not there anywhere. But let me communicate you the fact, sir. Both these questions, this FIFO method, I think in costing also number of times these things you might have applied. Sometimes they'll ask a new question, sir, but that is within your level, basic. You should be ready for that, sir. So this was a basic question applying that FIFO method. Now question number C also, now covering that PPE, sir, if it is sold, now the difference between book value and sale value you have to transfer to P&L. Like that, some minute questions. This is if there is any revaluation surplus already existing. First time revaluation gain means revaluation reserve. Loss means P&L. Next time if there is revaluation gain, first we'll adjust the revaluation reserve existing, or then we'll go to the P&L. Like that, some similar facts was given. I could say this was not asked anywhere, but this was very much within the discussion, sir. You can easily answer. The last question, borrowing costs, sir. Now, this question was there in our material also. Let me show you. With this, we'll be closing the discussion, sir. 162. Right. So in our question, we'll be having 3 different loans, sir, where you will apply that weighted average rate. Specific borrowing will be there, non-specific. In the examination, they have given only 1 loan, sir. They have simplified the question. Instead of giving 3 different loans, only 1 non-specific loan was there. You will find the average amount used. Then you will segregate that specific loan and non-specific. You will apply it. Question was simplified. That's all. Now, from all this discussion, once again, I would like to re-establish these facts, sir, how well our material was being useful, and having conceptual clarity is so important. Guess questions, you could observe totally for how many marks it was asked, sir, how many marks it has covered, sir. I would like to show you here. So it was for guess questions where it was there. 92 marks, sir. Concept, you could observe most of the times it was the same. For 92 marks out of 125, I don't say out of 100, it is out of 125, you getting 92 marks. I don't say exactly asked, sir. I have given the percentage of similarity, but just with that conceptual clarity and that guess questions, you can easily answer. So guess questions also so important. Revision exams also, you could observe most of the times it was covered in the revision exams. So please understand this importance and focus well, sir. And let me tell you one thing, because even after doing all these things, one thing which I should communicate is there, sir. I'll close it here with that discussion. Though we may be doing materials by giving many efforts, maybe I would like to say standards, sir. When we have prepared the standards, each standard we have almost taken 2 to 3 days time, sir, for 2 full days, 2 to 3 full days for each standard. That was the level of efforts we have taken for bringing you the full points. In fact, behind all this, to be frank, sir, let me be frank, number of times even Prakash sir used to be there, sir, and a director of that level, he need not be looking after each and everything. You don't believe me, sir will be there till 10 o'clock and look at each and every subject, each and every material. Sir will sign each and every revision exam also, every guest question also, sir will sign and observe. You don't think, sir? Maybe it is just like, now in a movie, hero is very, very important, but who will do everything is only director, sir. director. Now that's why director role is also attached. Now I can say for bringing this quality education, the efforts sir Prakash sir is really to be appreciated, sir. A big salute for that. That's really great, sir. Just bringing that each and every inch of efficiency which is required into the materials. Lots of things are there, but anyway already you have taken lot of time, but that is real, sir. Sir has taken lots of time. I have sit for 3 days. In that half day once again for my subject, sir will sit another half day for another subject, like that everything, sir. It's not that one aspect, many aspects. So I should be really thankful, because we'll be directing the schemes, everything designed by directors are only, sir. That we have to appreciate. We will be just be there before you, but sir is not there before you, but everything will be designed by the sir. To that extent will be there. Okay, right. So with all this discussion, we'll be closing. Hope you have understood the importance of various things and how exam paper was given. So that's all. Thank you. Bye bye.